Hey guys, I just wanted to come very quickly and do maybe a little bit shorter video this time to just go through the rest of what I would recommend in developing a routine for your preschooler or kindergartner now that they are home, maybe more so during this COVID-19 pandemic. And so we talked last time about just making a time of the day where you say, hey, I am here. It's the arrival time of the day. And then some type of a circle time where you plan for the day, really engage in some opportunities to tell the weather, calendar, spell their name, alphabet, counting, those types of things. And so that's in the other video that I had shared. The rest of the day and what I would recommend, and I actually do have that kind of listed out, but just some recommendation of some time segments for each of those as well. But I would say then to move into what I would call a center time, and I'm actually going to share a video a little bit later, probably tomorrow, that talks about what some of those centers could be. It's a little lengthy video, but it does kind of describe what centers are all about and how to make sure that we're intentional about the way that we introduce those materials, thinking about what is my child learning when they play with these materials and in this center, and how can I also step in and help enhance some of that learning. And so center time, about 50 minutes, and then a time to clean up. Don't clean up the toys for your child. Make that a part of it. I've put a song on before and just said, during this time, we're going to see if we can clean everything up before the song is over. And then sit with them and review. What did you do? Tell me what you did. Did you stick with the plan that you made? If you didn't, it's okay. Sometimes our plans change, right? We know that. Don't we know that? But it's another opportunity for building oral language skills is what that is. Review with them. Review what they learned, what they accomplished during that time that they were playing in their center time. And then a time of outdoor play, which I'm going to do a video on some fun things to do outside, some games and activities to really get those gross motors, those gross muscles working, motoring. And so I read aloud. And I talk about that a little bit in the next video, but engage your children in time of reading and let them hear what that reading is all about. I mean, they need to hear us reading aloud, and there are some practices that we can do during those read alouds to really engage children in that. We'll discuss that in a future video as well. Lunchtime, same as breakfast, lunch, and snack. Let your child participate in that. Let that be an opportunity for them because you're home. Is there something they could help prepare for that eating time? And then don't just set the plate in front of them and walk away. If at all possible, engage them in conversation. Let that be a sweet time of sitting together, and maybe even that's a way to discuss what it is that they're eating and nutrition and those types of things. And then a time during the day where you have what we would call in early childhood a small group instruction. You know, we're not all born with knowledge, and we have to learn things from other people who know that, right? So this is the opportunity to actually engage them in some learning where it's still going to be very playful and very fun, but you're very intentional in teaching certain concepts and skills. And so our math and our science, even art skills can be taught during that time. And so that'll be another opportunity for us to come together on a little video to talk through some of that. Maybe another read aloud time in the afternoon, right before you lay down to rest. This could be a 50 to 60 minute or longer if your child is young and takes a good long nap. And you should nap too if at all possible. But do a little read aloud and then just let your bodies rest for a little while. Clean up a bathroom time, review what's happened during the day, always looking for opportunities to have good, positive conversation and building those oral language skills. We talk about something in early childhood called language of instruction, and think about words that you want to be very intentional about teaching. And sometimes I would even have those posted in front of me. So how to engage children in conversation, not using baby talk, but just really speaking to them and helping them to learn new vocabulary. And so that review time is an opportunity to talk about what's happened during the day and really be intentional about the language that we're using there. And then a designated time for maybe music and movement and coordination. And so we'll also engage in some videos to be able to give you some ideas for that. And then just like there was an arrival time to your school time of the day, let there be a dismissal time as well. And so maybe they sign out and they take down, what they chose for their job that day, so it'll be ready for them to pick new jobs the next day. Just a time to say, okay, school is done, and now we're moving into our personal time, because the space looks exactly the same, right? We're all home, and so how can we start our day and say, now school has begun and this is going to be school time, and then this is our dismissal from school, and what could that look like? I mean, you could even be creative and imaginative and seeing the wheels on the bus go round and round, and let them pretend to get on the school bus, and you guys do a little follow the leader, through your space, through your home. Something that would be just really fun about coming to school and then leaving from school. So anyway, that's what I've got to say about establishing a routine. Make it fun, make it doable. Of course, you can veer from it, but I just think that if we will all understand the importance of predictable environments in a child's life, then it would help us during this time. And so I pray that you guys are encouraged, that this blesses you, that it is useful to you. If so, share it with someone else. And when we come back together, we're going to dissect each of those little time periods of the day. Our next one will be to talk about what to do during center time. So what are the different things that we want to be able to provide for our children to have a good, playful learning environment? All right. Thank you guys for tuning in.